Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinx.
Good morning, Dr.
And I want to say to you that you are doing well.
I am doing very well.
You're doing well. Keep it up. Keep performing.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yes.
Performance is performing.
Keep performing.
How do you cope with this?
Your performance.
What is it? What are you so excited about?
Oji Gagezu. Oji Gagezu. Oji Gagezu.
Okay, can we start?
You're doing well. Even Mr. Macaroni agrees with you.
Yes.
That you are doing well.
Yes.
Well, thank God you're doing well. My Ayo, how are you?
You're doing excellent.
Tell me the inside story afterwards. Well, all right. Well, good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending with the story of the moment. Nigeria's indigenous airline, Air Peace, which commenced London operations on March 30th, 2024. Many Nigerians across the globe have shown excitement over the airline's bold move in challenging the dominance of foreign carriers in the market. However, amidst the celebration, some Nigerians on social media have questioned the incorporation of a traditional Igbo attire, Isi-Agu, worn by the airline's cabin crew. Some critics voiced concern over ethnic identity and tribalism. Others argued that as a privately owned business, Air Peace has the prerogative to represent its cultural roots. Well, all right. I have a tweet by Reno Mockery, which will come up in a bit. But, you know, I think he did say something about the airline incorporating this traditional attire, which has been there for years. I believe since inception, they've been using this Isi-Agu outfit. But let me just read it. Reno wrote, "May God bless Alan Onyema of Air Peace and whoever came up with the beautiful idea of using Isi-Agu to design Air Peace flight attendant's uniform. I have flown on multiple airlines, and I know that airlines use the cultural outfit of their countries of origin as their air host and hostesses' outfits. There is nothing wrong with it. Ethiopian Airlines will not only clothe their stunningly beautiful air hostesses in Habesha chemis, they will even speak to you via their public address system, first in Amharic, before talking to you in English. Please be aware that there are over 70 ethnic groups with their own languages in Ethiopia. They cannot speak all. They choose Amharic. I flew with these air hostesses in the attached photo, and you can see that their headgear is unique. It reflects their country of origin. Not only do I support Air Peace's Isi-Agu uniform and pray for their success of the airline, but I also appeal to all my followers to patronize Air Peace in the spirit of Grow Naira, Buy Naija, except they do not fly your route." I actually like that tweet, and you know that Reno Mokuri has always been pushing for Grow Nigeria. But I think, Rufai, you did respond to that tweet. And I'll read Rufai's tweet. I don't know if it's that tweet, but to the backlash, not to that tweet, to the backlash, right? Air Peace is flying to London as a national thing of pride. But Nigerians are talking about clothes. Why do some Nigerians hate Nigeria? Why do we always like to pull each other down? And I know that you were discussing this before I walked into the studio, and you know it's been trending on social media, but go ahead.
And I'd like to clarify a lot of things. I think, whatever happened in the 60s between Saldana, Awolowo, and Zik, please, we need to heal from all those things. Whatever happened with Lancaster House stock, which I know was a very big turning point with the start of the problems and people being booed, we need to be able to heal. Whatever happened also in the Civil War, we need to be able to heal. This ethnic bigotry is too much. It will divide, it's dividing us already.
Right.
And that's why we can't collectively speak as one. What is wrong with wearing Isi-Agu? Oh, but these same bigots did not speak when they served kilishi and zobo on that flight. Really? Is this what we've become now? A man has gone ahead to make Nigeria proud. The attire is from Nigeria. We ought to be celebrating that. That's putting more money to our local manufacturing sector. The next thing, people are saying, why must it be Isi-Agu? Because they have their own ethnic leanings. Must we always think like this? And I'm sorry for this country because, see, a lot of people will say these are just banters on Twitter, but you'll be shocked how tribalistic most of the elite class in this country are.
Yeah.
And for those in the elite class that are tribalistic, please watch yourself. It is time for you to heal those wounds. We will never continue this way. We can never get anything out of our life this way. Somebody prominently, Dr. Newton Jibono, a very close friend, dear to me, like a father to me, gave me a culture, a material that that is indigenous to, you know, Delta Igbo area and everything. And I wear that material with a lot of pride.
Right.
So it doesn't matter where you are from. I cannot be tribalistic. My half sister is a Shakiri. I tie George, I tie Iro. The truth is, let us look beyond all of this and celebrate the epic. Because you see, Dr. Bati, you were saying something yesterday that, oh, as he seen most of these civil servants, as he tried to talk to them and everything, you'll be shocked that all the things Mr. Allen Oyema is facing that he enunciated yesterday might just be because of tribal bigotry, and people will say, why is he doing all of this? And we do that over our own people. We even use foreigners to favor our own people. We need to stop. We need to heal. How long are we going to continue? The last election, see how polarized. We split Lagos along tribal lines. We did everything. When are we going to heal?
Well, let me take some of the backlash so that you can really understand. This is from Vala, who wrote, Mr. Onyema, why? Let this be a one-off, please. We're all very happy at this milestone as a country, but let's just make this a thing. That is the Isi-Agu outfit. Then another person responds saying, man tries to garnish his business with African style. You're all still complaining. Go and start up your own airline and tell them what to do. I mean, I did pick Reno's tweet because he posted, if we can pull up those pictures, he posted, you know, a picture with other, you know, air hostesses wearing their country's traditional outfit. And, you know, we have images of, you know, other airlines that are, you know, there you have it. Yeah. We have Emirates, we have Ethiopian Airlines. We have all of these air hostesses adorning their country's attire, and I don't understand why it should be a thing.
Well,
Dr.
I think it's much ado about nothing.
Yeah.
You know, just a storm in a teacup. I mean, I've seen that attire before.
Yes.
That uniform worn by the crew, and it's beautiful. Yeah. It's pleasant to the eye, and I think the aesthetics of it is what is more important. Yes. So there's no ethnicity involved in air travel in terms of, you know, the way some people are talking about, because it is Isi-Agu. Okay, if tomorrow Air Peace decides to change its uniform, they can even use, they can use Ashoke. They can use whatever from any part of Nigeria. Mr. Yema was on this program yesterday. He made it clear that, look, Air Peace is a Nigerian brand. It's Nigerian, and it's promoting Nigerian. When you go to their counter to buy tickets, nobody asks you, are you Igbo, are you Yoruba, or are you Hausa or Fulani? You know, it's a national brand providing service. And to the extent that, you know, that airline is also promoting our culture, food, attire, you know, we shouldn't reduce it to village. Too many people are so provincial, you know, in this country. Even people in high places, extremely provincial. And you have taken this story from the Twitter. You know, a lot of ignorant people, you know, who go on Twitter to go and say all kinds of things. Perhaps because Elon Musk says under his watch, X is a place where you can be free to just say, what you like. Now, it's for people to be discerning. Yeah. Once you see somebody saying some nonsense that even a kindergarten will not come up with, you know, we shouldn't confer seriousness on absolute ignorance and idiocy, you know, that some people exhibit just because they have one miserable phone and they have 1,000 Naira credit on their phones.
But it's also very very important to educate the public and to have them understand
that's good.
that, I think it is so important to have them understand that Nigeria is one.
We are one.
And he is, go ahead.
I was just going to say something, that I listened to Claire Kamanzi, who was the CEO of the Rwandan Development Board. And I'm saying this because part of the development was also Rwanda Air and how they were able to make such strides in such a short time. The first thing she said they had to do was the courage to heal, and that's to forgive. And I had to come back to what Rufai had said in terms of the fact that we don't actually understand the effect of the historical antecedents of the division along ethnic lines for Nigerians, and the fact that a lot of people react from this place. And also that the political elite or the elite class also use this as a weapon when it favors them. And so it is quite sad to say that when we're celebrating the achievements, when we should say this is our own, he is first of all Nigerian before anything else. And the fact that we are able to showcase our national attire, our pride, our culture, that should be what we should be celebrating. And I'm glad that as many people as possible are coming out to condemn. And every single one of us have a responsibility to speak against such vitriol and to condemn speeches or comments like this that are along ethnic lines. We have to fight for the soul of this nation and the unity of this nation, and stop looking at things. First of all, you see, they should have tied gele on top of this so that it will satisfy everyone. Then hold a stick just to show that it's. Then the other minority groups will say, oh, you do not represent us, let us wear our. So I think it's very important that we first of all celebrate and not let that distract. Yesterday when he was here, I was going to ask him how he felt about it, but I thought no.
How he felt about
the all the negativity around the outfits. But I thought it was too minor compared
I thought it was quite strange.
Yeah, but compared to the strides, to the achievements, let's not distract. And I want to focus on the fact that there are more people celebrating the fact that Nigerians are putting Nigeria on the global map and doing it excellently. That's what we should celebrate.
Well said, Ayo. Well said. Well, congratulations, Air Peace. We'll take another story. Over the weekend, the Kaduna State Governor, Uba Sani, decried the huge debt he inherited from his predecessor, Nasir El-Rufai, when he assumed office on May 29, 2023, declaring that the state is now left with little money and not enough to pay salaries, attracting a wave of criticism from Bashir El-Rufai, son of the ex-governor. Uba Sani made the comment while addressing a town hall meeting in Kaduna, adding that despite the huge debt totaling $587 million, including 85 billion naira and a separate 115 billion naira in contract liabilities from the ex-governor, he has not borrowed any loan in the last 9 months of his government. Well, let's take a listen before we come back for a discussion.
Despite the huge body of about $587 million, 85 billion naira, and 115 contractual liability sadly inherited from the previous administration, we remain resolute in steering Kaduna State towards progress, sustainable development. We have conducted a thorough assessment of our situation and are sharpening our focus accordingly. It gladdens my heart to inform you that despite the huge inherited debt on the state, till date, we have not borrowed a single kobo.
Well, all right, let's take Bashir El-Rufai's tweet. He wrote, "These guys have realized that they are wholly incompetent, and the only way to mask the nonsense is to deflect from a governor that is always sleeping in Abuja to a litany of incompetent aides that were only rewarded for foolish political reasons. One will think that from all the FAC allocations, these unserious clowns have changed to dollars. Debt will be the list of their problems." All right, this is Bashir El-Rufai's tweet, and a lot of people have condemned that tweet. I mean, I don't even know who he's referring to at this point, the people that the governor, Uba Sani, has appointed, because one of them, as you know, is Bello, who is, in the House of Reps. And I believe that Uba Sani also have retained a lot of people
Uba
from...
Sani was instrumental to Bello
exactly.
becoming House of Reps.
House of Reps.
Uba Sani said, Bello said, where his own father, did not support him enough, Uba Sani stepped in there and ensured he got there. That's
Right.
what Bashir El-Rufai said.
Right. Well, in any case, at the end of the day, the point is that Uba Sani has said, I mean, we did know that he said that he's received money from FAC allocations and that the state had gained more money from subsidy removal. So, I mean, the fact that he has not even borrowed money for 9 months is kudos to his government. If we can also just pull up a tweet that was trending, which is ElRufai's tweet. He had written back in 2012, amidst the debate over Kaduna's death profile, previous social media posts of El-Rufai criticizing former President Goodluck Jonathan over death began circulating on social media. Well, in a 2012 post on X, El-Rufai criticized Jonathan for borrowing at the expense of the country's future. His tweet reads, "There are two ways to conquer and enslave a nation. One is by the sword, the other is by debt. $40 billion and counting." I mean, I don't know if you recall that tweet. I mean, it has been circulating on social media. Ayo, your take on this story, quickly.
Well, I don't know if I should excuse Bashir for being an over-enthusiastic son who is loyal to his father and without facts, trying to defend the honor of his father. So on that note, maybe I'll just let it slide. But one thing I must say is that usually when accusations come up like this, especially accusations that are verified, you go on the DMO website, you would see the debt of Kaduna State and it's 85 million naira, as he's mentioned. Billion, sorry. Why do we respond with insults rather than responding to the facts? Why didn't he say that actually my dad did XYZ, borrowed this amount of money and spent it on this? Instead, it's like saying that I say, Rufai, you're a thief, you say your mouth is smelling. Are you a thief or are you not a thief? Did he borrow, did he not borrow? Did he spend on contract? Did he award contracts that we cannot see or did he not? So I feel that it's actually shameful and an insult and a disgrace to his family name for him to come out like this and insult a man who's come out with facts and figures. And the only response he has in defense of his father is to insult a man who is doing his best for the good of Kaduna State. Let me just mention that he said they use 70% of FAC allocations each month to service debts in Kaduna State. So 10 billion naira is received. 7 billion naira is used, especially because of the dollar rate, is used to service debts. And there he is working hard to ensure that civil servants still get paid. And one young entitled man is there defending and saying that, no, I think I'll just excuse him for youthful exuberance.
The governor, Uba Sani, was speaking at a town hall meeting, the state of Kaduna State, which is something that we keep talking about.
Yes. Right.
There should be proper interaction, regular interaction between the governor and the people, all these governors, where they give account. In Lagos, we had Governor Sanwo-Olu the other day on television. You know, Sanwo-Olu speaks. So you have a similar thing in Kaduna State. And it was a town hall meeting, yes, last Saturday. And it was on that occasion that the governor, you know, offered the people the state of the accounts and how he inherited so much money. He even, so much debt. He even went ahead to say, he went to the president to say, please, come to Kaduna and help us. But the president said, it is World Bank loan that you are referring to, the 587 million. But that in any case, whatever the federal government can do, the federal government will help you. The people deserve to know. However, this Bashir El-Rufai came forward and described the governor as a clown, described the governor as incompetent. You say you will not comment on that. You let it slide because he's because he's defending his father. There's something called home training. Some of these overzealous children. Yes. Questions will be raised about home training.
Absolutely. About
parenting. These are the kind of questions that should be raised. How old is Bashir El-Rufai, referring to a man who is old enough to be his father, as a clown, as incompetent, as a man who sleeps in Abuja? No, there should be. I expect that by now, either his, of his parents should have reprimanded him not to talk to constituted authority in that manner.
I've never heard of this before.
Beyond that, it's good that the governor of the state has said, look, he's not going to exchange words with Bashir El-Rufai. The person who should come forward to defend the allegation and to offer explanation is Nasir El-Rufai himself.
Absolutely.
He was the man in the saddle, and he has enough talent and enough intelligence to be able to speak up. Not for a boy who was not even part of the government to be abusing people, you know. I mean, the governor was not even abusing his father.
Yes.
Nobody was abusing his father. He was just reporting to the people, this is how we made the treasury.
And it's good that he even reported, because Serap right now is asking all the government.
Very true. So the governor has not done anything out of place. If the governor goes ahead now and he institutes a probe and he summons his predecessor to come and explain, we will say it's witch hunting.
Right.
But incidentally, the people of Kaduna State, they have not expressed outrage over this. And that's the question. And that was why I was telling Achike Chude that Nigerians have reached a point where they are very comfortable, you know, with the state of affairs, either in Kaduna State or elsewhere.
Right. I want to take my final story, but I know I
have another view to it too. Because I'm a very violent and violent person. You know, when we tell you that politicians, you don't put mouth in their matter, this was the same Uba Sani that kept on saying, well, ElRufai is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not saying he shouldn't talk about the fact that the state owes debt, which is something he should talk about because it's affecting him. But this was the same ElRufai that endorsed Uba Sani, and Uba Sani got in there. So now they've been able to open each other's affairs to the public, and that's why they're having their brickbats. So you see, when these people fight, don't put their mouth on, because don't die in their war.
Well, I don't think anybody is fighting with anybody. It's just this young man and his lack of home training.
Concerning the lack of home training,
yeah, that's the main topic.
Dr. Abati, I want to tell you a Yoruba adage. You will finish it.
Right.
The Yorubas have a saying that Ileton Toro, a house that is
No.
Well, all right.
That's too libelous.
Well, all right.
Complete it yourself.
Unfortunately.
So, but I'm not saying that. But you know, because for every house, there are children that have different variations. Right. Bello El-Rufai had certainly in the past thanked Uba Sani for what he has done, but I don't think El-Rufai's child should come out that way and say that.
Right.
Let's be careful.
Like we said, the governor had a right to expose his debt at this point. Well, I'd like to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending.
Thank you.
Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.